The QQQ is currently, as it has been for the last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 days, still stuck in range. Now, a couple of key points here is we have 4 candles directly up against the top. Something needs to pop. Just off of principle, right? And we're still coming off of the bounce here, but just a couple of things break here by the end of the day. I grabbed a few, you know, downside out of the money cheap positions just in case we did. And that could change the game, but underneath 470, 450, right? And this makes a lot of sense on the 4 hour. Basically, underneath this 470, 376 on the 4, we should be back down on the floor and possibly anticipating, or more than likely anticipating, a breakdown. Now, because neither of those things have happened, we are stuck in the middle, and so thus there is not much for me to do and par for the course in terms of quad witching. Tomorrow, hopefully, we can see an expansion. Again, if you're speculating, it's 491.75 and the gap fill at 490.50. That would be the targets off the top. And again, our floor here at 468.29 on the 4 hour would be your target to the downside. And if it did go down there and you don't leave some runners, you nuts. Because that's where, if that's a daily 24-hour break, we're cooking with Crisco. Saying your wife is pretty, sir, don't get mad. Why would it be mad? I appreciate that.
Hey,
Ah,
Potter.
yep,
Right. Sorry to ruin the moment. Going back to the cues.
yep.
Um, the amount of rejections we've gotten on the same level, like, do we really see probability for it to go back up
It's
at this point, or
it's decreasing by the moment, but one thing that I think
okay,
is notable is that buyers aren't going down easily, and sellers, look at the last 30, like 1, 2, 3, so couple hours,
well,
but
don't make me look.
right, so you have all of this pressure, push, 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 and you're not getting anywhere. And so where this comes in, right, is where you could end up going and tapping that, right? And so that
Yeah.
might end up happening and be the way that we do head down, and we just don't have that information yet. And I'm telling you, it's not something that I would go one-sided into, because yes, the likelihood of it breaking to the upside, I think, decreased today, but because we're not really seeing sellers, so what we want to see is buyers exhaustion, and that looks like selling. And it's easier to push down, and so typically pre-market levels like this box that we failed to punch through here, that would be areas that we would need to go and push down, and we're finding a lot of resistance. So I think the synopsis here is, do we have a clear signal? And no, anything and everything that you do could more than likely be done. It's not like we have any crazy data tomorrow, right? So it could more than likely be done intraday tomorrow, you know, and only if you can afford it would you take a shot on that. And I mean, again, whatever 490s are priced at, if that fits the script for you, then by all means. But is there a clear signal? No. Is there a lot of tension created and it's getting closer to closer? Like, I wouldn't mind swinging Friday afternoon. Fuck yeah. Absolutely. I think you could swing both ways and end up with a W no matter what. I'm not encouraging that at all, but so
Oh.
what? Oh, pause. Um, I do think we have an exciting Friday. We could. So anyway, that's the cues. Still in range. Be patient. Our day is coming soon. SPY, same thing. 4 hours separates into two separate areas of consolidation. And of course, we've established that we're bouncing off of our old cost basis that we punched through in the first place. And so you'll more than likely just be able to do this on a lower time frame, 562.25, right? Go down here to the hourly. There's perfect bounces right off of that mark. And then, of course, your like the cues box here And so your signal to the downside should be 560.69 tomorrow. However, SPY is operating inside of this channel at the moment. So yeah, here's what could happen, right? We do get a leg down looking at SPY, and it taps my box like I talked, because this is still what we could kind of consider to be empty space. And then this is your box. So, the likelihood of that happening, hitting 554.83 and then bouncing right back up and chopping us to death, it's in there. Now, again, I'm always going to leave some on the table, or what you can look for is for a breakdown under 552, and that would be our signal for SPY to continue lower. So, and then if this squeezes up, it's the same target, basically, not the same price target, but the gap fill at 574.60. That would be your target to the upside. So, where kiss? Good Lord, what? Pot of the goat for repping. Oh yeah, Kaifa. Got you. We're cracking. Listen, guys, I told Bobby, if all the beers that I got from this wedding, if I drank 2 beers every day, I'd be drinking till October. Ridiculous. Something like that. That was a rough calculation. All right, so SPY. Huh?
You need help. We're on our way.
Yeah, I might, dude. I got buckets. All right, so last one, IWM. And this one really wasn't successful in doing much today, but again, like everything else, is still resisting that breakdown. So underneath 204.94, we could see that breakdown, or, man, I'll tell you what, if we could squeeze out tomorrow, be ready, but don't be, trying to enter shit without any sort of confirmation or, bullshit price action. But IWM doesn't really offer anything special other than, a box underneath it and a 203 trigger down to the downside. So, drink 8 a day. Yeah, I think that's when you have a problem. I say that because I just cracked one. All right, so IWM. I know a lot of you guys are going to ask me about Carvana. That was 1,000% play today out of nowhere. Not bad. Wick to wick. We touch wicks here. And that's okay. Right here, 196.50. 24-hour, you reached up and got yanked back down. So if you're holding something speculatively, fine. But if this reverses going into tomorrow and breaks underneath cost basis, ouch. But again, depending on how the cues go and where we go, we still have more empty space to the upside, and that would end right around 205. So, keep your eyes peeled and look for the same resistance at 189.26 to be rebroken. But this could be a candidate to the downside. But that was a pretty good play. Pretty tasty, if you will. Wick to wick as a married man is diabolical. That's just how I make money. All right, so if you guys have anything you want me to take a look at, let's do that now. Don't bro me. All right. Can we... Does anyone like Apple on the 24-hour? No. Definitely not. Just telling you honest truths here. Here's the floor that you need to recover, and here's the nasty. I tell you what, man. I feel it. Turn your charts upside down. You know what I mean? Now tell me, does Apple not look like it's just going to go here? Like, that's your quintessential bull flag, and it's, 204.50 that you should be aiming at it to the downside. Am I tripping? Yeah, I mean, target 197.50, right? Cost basis. Just look at it the same way. Literally the same thing. Yeah, the market would have to take a massive bounce somewhere around this area. But right now, this is the beginning of showing that seller buyers don't have what it takes to reestablish that floor. So if you're on Mac Option Plus, I will invert the chart. If you are on Mac what the hell are you talking about? How do you, or you're going to? Don't touch my chart.
How do you invert it?
You just flip upside down, like in your chair. You go
Well,
to
that's what I
Alt
usually
I.
do, but I get tired.
hit Alt I,
Oh, okay.
or
That's
click
easy.
on the cog in the right hand corner, and there you go.
Nice.
Nice. Oh, option invert yourself. Yeah, turning yourself inside out. All right, so that's Apple. Not my favorite to the upside, but you know, what do you do? What the hell do you want to do with this thing? Up to 26. I see why. Okay, so let's draw some lines in the sand. Love sand. 1, 2, 3, 4 is what I see, right? Now that's the weekly. 24-hour, you did pop off the top, but it looks like you were unable to establish yourself anywhere on the structure above. And with that lackluster ass breakout, I think that's pretty telling, you know, right now that no one's willing to buy AI at this price. So I would be looking at the most recent price action, and you could even consider this maybe even melting down. So not my favorite. In you, ooh, yeah, you should probably already be in if you want to take it, and you should probably already have a stop loss of 1148. And
think
you
it's-
what?
Do you think it's too late? Sorry, I'm eating. It looked it looked pretty good.
What's the risk to reward for you, right? You have the target here at max would be 1096 from 1148, or you need to see some sort of 24-hour punch down, which wouldn't occur until you get here. So yeah, I think on the 24-hour you're taking it from here to 1092, but maybe you take that position and you're looking even further. So I think, you know, maybe for weekly contracts that might actually pay off, you know. But there's your little channel that you're operating in as well. Oh, my eye itches right now.
Yeah, dirt cheap.
Huh? They're very
Yeah,
cheap.
dirt cheap.
Oh, well then go for it. Don't be
You
scared.
said full port it.
Is that
Huh?
Steve?
You said full port it.
Yeah, go ahead and do it. Fuck it.
Roger.
My eye is burning right now. Don't know why. I feel like this is just speculative trading ATP. I'm old, dude. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. What the fuck does ATP mean?
At this point,
Oh, wow. Fuck. Seems so simple once you say it. I feel like this is just speculative.
ATP is the unit of energy.
If you're, yeah, there you go. Okay. Nerd. So I'm just kidding. If you are trading in range, yeah. Yeah, if you're range trading, you are literally speculating because there's really, yeah, you can see the inner workings and where tension could break or where, you know, you would go to your floor. If you're a seller, right? This could be, I mean, snow looks great, but it just, we're not there. Snow is on the watch list 1,000%. I'm gonna set another alert on that bad boy. Oh, I will fucking eat snow. That'll be delicious. But if you're a seller, right, your stop loss is the high of data for today, and you're aiming down to the floor, and your hedges are 164, so or near there. All right, and you already did that. Yeah, did that. Jesus. CVS,
Yeah, a bunch of
more uppies, right? Yep. What are you looking at? All right. I would say look for cost basis at 69.29. And then yeah, I would say 72.78 weekly. So that was your box. You punched down. So yeah, 72 basically. DKNG up. Ugh, why? Sorry. No. Not long term anyway. My thing is, and I'm trying to establish this as like, you know, this is set in stone for me. When you fall underneath what you broke out from, it's no longer of interest to me to the upside unless it's a really lower time frame play, which if that's what you're trying to take advantage of, you know, I'm not here to stop you. But even when I look here, there's a little bit of a lack of empty space here as well. So I personally wouldn't, I mean, I see your box. So outside of 40.40, you have a gap fill at 43.50. You know, perhaps there's going to be an establishment of a channel. But yeah, it just, yeah, I could, yeah, maybe not even that because you built a box, retested cost bases. So it wouldn't be until 43.50 is broken that you could go up and try and go hit 48.20. So AVGO down. Orb makes sense, not this strat. I'm sorry. It doesn't make sense to you. You were so close to large gains. Consistency. All right. Orb with this strategy, however, is rather tasty. Used it today. You want to take this down? I could see that happening to definitely underneath 187.18, 4-hour time frame. Yeah, so keep it simple, right? There's your floor, 187, 186, basically, and then your floor directly underneath you at 188.24. Now you've tapped that a bunch of times. So under 179.50 and 180. You could start looking for, yes, this thing to go and break. Then you would be looking at the price action to your left. And I'd be aiming for 169.670 right here off this floor. No sound to tell. Oh, that's because I'm talking. All right. Elf down. Again, not a big fan of shorting floors, but you're not coming back up. So one thing that you could do if you decide to take this position is look at the top as a hedge price. So whatever 77.50s are, you could use that as a hedge. It has to get either A, float down overnight, retest and flush, and that's where you're looking over to your left. And yes, there is a considerable amount of downside to 59 and 58.14. Those are your two targets to the downside. It actually doesn't look bad. Damn, actually, hold on. How much are those for tomorrow? I bet you those are fucking weird. So 55. Those are dirt cheap. 57s are cheap. I swear to God, if I see this bid go up, don't you touch that bid. I don't mind speculating on that. Even though it's on the floor, I could probably go and... Yeah, you could grab 40. Well, that depends on if I get the actual... the fill. And yes.
Looking at tomorrow or next week?
Well, you could... I'm looking at tomorrow because if it does break tomorrow, that would be incredibly low risk and incredibly high reward. And so that fits a script for me. You can grab, even if you pay at the ask, you know, you could grab over 30 contracts for $120. Now, I'd be willing to risk, you know, 300 to the downside. Again, speculate. A 90 contract.
57s.
57s, yeah.
The 59s are $9.
Yeah, you can anywhere in there. And then the contrary would be, or the other side of this trade. And I mean, really, what's the point when it's that cheap? Fuck, if you can't afford it, don't. You know, but speculatively, again, I'm not a fan of shorting floors, but how you respond to that floor can make a big difference. And again, let's look at the 15-minute. So if we were to go up, we would likely hit 64. And I think that's a gap fill right there at 66. So you could grab like a couple contracts on the upside if that's what you choose to do. The probability when you try to short a floor is super low. Sometimes you get a spill. Yes, the overhead rejections are, you know, convincing, but man, I tell you what, if I don't know if it's news or something, but that shit would shoot very quickly up to $68, which those are even cheaper. But again, you could do this all looking at next week, or you could just wait for tomorrow. That's it. You could just wait for tomorrow. So I just threw, you know, 200, 300, actually, yeah, $350 at the 57s, which is whatever. And how many fucking contracts did I just buy? I got 90 contracts. So a drop in the bucket in my account size and 90 contracts going anywhere close to being in the money, right, would be, yes, incredibly high risk, or low risk, incredibly high reward. So does the Potter strat require large amount of funds to see actual gains? No, my fiance's account was at well, I put about $216 into
Don't you mean your wife?
my wife. Damn, fuck. Yeah, my wife's
Bye-bye.
I'm sorry. Carvana 205 calls, and those turned into $2,000. So yeah, it is possible.
Give me my money.
Just give me my money. Okay, all right, moving on.
And that was a day trade.
Yeah, well, no, I swung them.
Oh no, that's right. You did say you got him last night. Yeah, sorry.
I'm a swinger, dude. Pineapples up, down. I don't know. Financial pineapples down. Not that kind of swinger. I don't do that. Don't come at me like that. What do you want from me? I don't know. I'm just kidding. I see the gap getting filled around 442. You're likely to hit 463 tomorrow. You've got two nasty rejections off the top. You're nearing the floor. Really, realistically, you're at the floor with little to no response. So either A, because this is all going to be dictated by what China does, you're going to stay in this box tomorrow, or B, you could see that breakdown and move down. And keep an eye on this channel here. It's pretty juicy. Yeah, watch that first 462 area. Weird. Yes, I got those for tomorrow's expiration. 57 strike. It's not that big of a deal. Just a small-ish speculative position. Again, some people pay that for 2 contracts out of the money on a day trade. So, you know, again, my base account size is 50K. We're cool.
We just changed the ask on this one.
Did I do that?
That one's at 13 now for the ask.
Hey, yo, I may have set a sell order. Come on, idiots. No, just kidding. Nah, absolutely not. We're holding these for tomorrow. Yeah.
Holy shit, that's funny.
Connor, you think going $1 out?
Oh God. Nah, I would never do that. That's terrible. I have 90 contracts, so you'll see when I sell. Just keep an eye on it.
They just pushed the bid to 3 and 5 now.
Yeah,
This
we're
is what
up.
power looks like.
Oh
Oh,
my
God.
God. This is
This is influence.
oh my God.
All
That's-
that talk about Elon Musk, and here you go.
I mean, you guys just bought over 1,000 contracts.
Yeah, we definitely added some volume to that. Listen, I would never do that to you guys. I've literally spent time calling people out for exactly that. That is diabolical behavior. And I would make far more if I let the play actually play out.
I feel like you normally get worse fills than us.
Yeah, actually, a lot of the times while I'm talking about the strike, everybody starts buying it, and then I have to buy. Yeah, you guys get to sell. You're like, yeah, half the time I'm like, what'd you get Phil at? And it's like fucking $10 less than what I did. I'm like,
oops,
6 bastards.
Connor, which ones did you get?
57s.
Your mom.
Oh, you're still talking about Elf. I thought you did something for Neo. My bad.
Oh no. Oh, that is rather interesting. Oh, good. Okay, so weekly, scary, 4 hour, a little scarier. So you would have a target coming from the left, basically over here, and that would be 23. You also have, if we were to punch up, you would have a target around 25.15 and, possible go retest of the box above. So that would be, the hedge to the downside here on the hourly. You're boxing up around cost basis, which is not abnormal, but does happen. So yeah, basically if you get a breakdown underneath 23.50, you can try and shoot your shot for that, but beware of the little rotation back up here to retest. Trip. Did I look at that already? I didn't. Oh God. Ooh. I see what you see here. When you trade and have multiple TP, is there multiple orders or one order with partial closures? Sometimes I have to, I get partial closures, especially on, like, if I tried to sell all 90 contracts of Elf at once, that probably wouldn't work out very well. So I mean, I see a struggle volume wise. This is, abysmal, and you're pulling back now as we speak. So, I mean, it's not something that I feel like is essential on a swing trade, but it is over this top of 15.10. And when you move down here, it seems like that box, yeah. So you're holding the floor right now, but, it's just such a slow mover. You could probably accomplish this, tomorrow, or look for better confirmation above 15.30. So ABR.
I just checked. I didn't really like the risk to reward.
13, so 50-cent move. You'd have to go count. That's where you have to calculate with Greeks.
Yeah,
Some
checked.
setups are like
one.
Right. Some setups are no brainers. Right. You don't have to like calculate. You're like, that's gonna fucking rip. But things like this, yeah, you have to go and calculate, because you have to see whether or not it fits your risk to reward. So yeah, I mean, the compression's interesting, but the volume is nasty, and that compression can go on for fucking weeks. So IBM, where do you find that?
You talking to me?
Yeah. Did y'all catch this today? I know some of y'all that did give a punch down here. I think this one could still see a leg down. It looks like, yeah, you already retested that. You've got empty space up there. I would look at it like this, right? Over 245.69, 250, and then you have a gap fill right here. So, I mean, nope. I think period end of story, you are closing down below. You tapped and moved into, you actually tapped off the top of the green candle here. But that's your imbalance, right around your imbalance. And so because of the lower time frame consolidation, I don't know, man, you above 246, that could end up going and trying. I mean, that might surprise you. You know, it might go up and hit 258 if it curls back up. But if it can reject again tomorrow, it's simply your 237 breakdown from there. So, all right. The candle looks good. You know, lower time frame retest. It's just what you're going to be observing. And, you know, just pay attention to how price responds, because as you go down here to the lower time frame, you see kind of, it's, you know, there's not a ton of strength here. But what'd you do? I did, thanks to you. You did what? Oh, you caught it to the downside, Alejandro? Awesome, man. Alejandro, sorry. Is that better? Smoother. What do you want? You want it down. When do you want it? As soon as possible. Interesting. So I'm lacking some real structure here. So I would say 2050, right, is going to be a reliable floor here. And then I would be looking for a trip down to this box underneath 2050, down to 1919. However, you are bouncing right now, so it's going to be down here on the lower time frame where you're probably going to have to map out the next course of action, because this might end up punching back up. What are you doing, you little shit? Look at that. Everybody's cooked.
Yeah, I was just about to bring up the cues a little bit.
Interesting how quad witching moves, you know? And it's like, I just don't try to assume that I know which direction it's going to go. I just know which points it's going to go. And I just try to be patient in between. And there's small opportunities like there were today. I'll take them, try to let runners run, see if something big happens. If it does, I'm cooking. If it doesn't, I see myself out and patience from there. So, Disney. I stated this a while ago, and you know, I see the potential for sideways action, but you have a floor at 98.45. That essentially is separating you from this. So if you break down underneath that 98.50, it would be 97.60. And that would be a potential signal for Disney to break down further. Now, there is a channel, right? Or as some dorks would call it, a bear flag, but it is what it is. So I would be watching for how you respond to that cost basis mark, because going into tomorrow, considering that you're going to fade, if you pull back, right, you could sideways and maybe give that next leg up, or underneath this, you could be expecting that next leg down. So Nike to the downside. Damn. You're about to get a candle close underneath that floor.
Earnings, I think.
Today?
Yeah, I think it's today.
Yes, today.
Earnings, crap. Earnings, decent. Earnings, monster. Weekly, floor. Here, so you're bouncing here. 60. You would have the floor 68. And then I don't see anything until 60. It's a top of a box and a big floor on the weekly time frame. So if you were taking your shots there, you know, that's the, I mean, I don't know what those contracts are at. Damn, Elf is pumping. Or is that you guys? Shit's gonna squeeze us out tomorrow. It's gonna be all your faults. Okay. Are you gonna post this on YouTube? Yes. Yeah, yesterday my that video I left it on record for like 5 hours, and so uploading it took forever. And then I had to edit it, and the editing took forever to update or finish saving. It was stupid. All right, Kava. Decent move to the upside, but zero to little fucking structure on the 24-hour, and then it's just a series of wild boxes as you move down. So right now, back down underneath 83.29, you could expect a pullback, and then over 87.50, you would just simply have the next target to the upside around cost basis, which I see as 93.40. Yeah, if you want to hedge Elf, that's entirely up to you. You know, worst case scenario type shit. They don't have earnings or some shit like that, right? Yeah. Damn. All right, Kava held up the whole day green. Yeah, if it's volume on this thing is also doo-doo. MSTR. Damn, it's about to storm out there. Yeah, maybe because you're at the top. I think you use this right here. You held up above it today. See? So if you break down underneath it or even lose 289.88, that's where you could see that nice breakdown for you. XOM. You're very close to your target, which is 116.91 and 118. All right. Tesla calls. SoFi just needs to get above 13 or break down under 12.35 and 12.11. News does not matter, but earnings can give us the volume we need to make the move in a short period of time. Set up first. Tesla. You said 245 calls. How much are they? Hmm. You never filled your gap up there. There's a big play waiting for Tesla. I can tell you that. If it could squeeze up, I could see this thing ripping right up into the 262. But it might be too soon. They're cheap. 260s are definitely cheap, but that's too far. 252. Red flag warning in Central Florida. Fire. Oh shit. All right. No earnings for Elf. Cool. MU. Is that earnings today?
It is.
Yes.
Jesus Christ. Why are you guys trying to get me to buy in with you? Stop pressuring me. Fine, I'll do it.
130s, Potter.
That's diabolical.
Haven't seen the open interest on those.
I'm seeing the open interest on them. Oh my god. The 128s. I mean, fuck it. Now I'm playing with that woo. We just chopped that head off of those. Fuck it. Why not? This ought to be interesting. Yeah, so you got targets at 111, 114, and by somewhere in some universe, you get all the way to 129. But yeah, I know, I see that. Would you be able to trade with $100? Yeah. I legit get bricked up when Potter is on TikTok. It's weird. What
Dude, if we got
drives
the
you?
120 on MU, that'd be crazy.
Probability of that happening is incredibly low.
Very low. Damn, that 40 cents. Damn.
I bet you all that volume is probably no. Maybe selling the contracts. No, I'm just kidding. No, they don't have the wine-soaked goat cheese. The drunken goat cheese. That shit's fucking bomb. It's all gone. Somebody robbing my house? What does that sound? Yeah, you could do that longer term, but... All right. No, I mean, tomorrow is quad witching, so don't expect me to be here fucking tap dancing all day. This is, if it does not move, if it's in that box, I'm out. I shouldn't even show up, I'm gonna be honest with you. If it doesn't gap down or do something overnight, is it 4? Oh, damn. Damn, you started freaking out. Am I host? Yeah, I am runner.
All right, MU, give me 130.
If
You hedged, right,
wish-
Potter?
On MU?
Awesome.
Fuck no. Nope.
Bruh.
No. I'm about to put 2 fucking 9 milligram velos in right now, dude. I need it. I'll sit and we'll wait. Yeah. Someone read out the numbers.
Numbers.
Yeah, just read some numbers.
6-9.
I love those numbers.
Speaking of tap
Damn,
dancing,
look at
can we
MU
see that
go.
tomorrow?
Huh?
Speaking of
Look
tap
at
dancing,
MU.
can we see that?
See what?
I can feel it all
You
the way
got
down
that?
to my plum.
Quit interrupting Panda. What was that?
Tap dancing.
Can you see? You can see me tap dancing?
Can I see? Oh my god, never mind.
Go to bed. Isn't it Ramadan right now?
Yeah, it is. That's what's getting me.
Are you hungry?
A little bit.
Can you go in a closet since the sun can't see you?
What am I gonna do in the closet?
What the fuck?
What if you go underground?
Hmm. I don't know. I'll turn into an ostrich.
Hey, Jorge might get you.
Yeah, I regret as soon as I said ostrich.
I'm gonna fuck an ostrich.
Yeah.
I'm gonna fuck an ostrich.
Better.
I'm gonna fuck an ostrich.
Yeah, someone in the Discord. MU is not doing anything. Just watching.
You said I want to wait, but that's not.
How loud do you have my speaker on? Every time you unmute yourself, I hear the loudest version of myself.
It's not as loud. It's just that my mic and the speaker on this laptop are like right next to each other.
All right.
It's poor design.
I'm gonna fuck an ostrich.
Who keeps hitting that soundboard? One more time. Banned. Forever. Dictatorship. Who's playing Rocket League right now? Mm-hmm. Coors, I see you. KBH playing Elder Scrolls.
Yeah, that shit will sell the fuck out you. You gotta turn that setting off.
You heard ostrich in his ear.
Nah, you see, I had my mic muted. I said, don't pull me into this end of the day bullshit. I said, I got bullied in middle school. I don't need to get bullied in here.
Stand up for yourself, man.
Oh my
Fight
god.
back, dude. I always fought back.
Fight back, fight back. Nah, my mom was the same way, man.
What the fuck? I put the new 4Gs.
I have MU. Sorry, I have IWM 205 puts, and it just got in the money with 10 minutes left.
Oh, you're rich.
But I think Theta ate away all my premium.
Don't let
Or all
that
my
don't let that expire in the money.
Yeah, I'm not trying to hold IWM for tomorrow.
So fucking loud.
You would think it would get gamma squeezed at this point, but no bueno.
Oh, I know.
I would eat that up downside. Pause.
Oh my god. I'm looking at the waiting room soundboards. What is choke me mama?
Choke me, mama.
Oh my god.
There you go, you motherfucker. There you
Yo,
go.
who's clipping these? Ivy?
Surprise, motherfucker.
Somebody spit in Q's mouth.
Somebody click that.
You dirty sock.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Yeah, boy.
I don't like that one. It's too long. Alright. What did MU do? Nothing. Oh shit.
We're cruising.
That's what you call nothing?
It's not good enough.
That's what my wife told me.
Oh man. Is your wife real? No, I'm just kidding. Ooh. Dude, why am I getting these ads for fucking get new permanent teeth in 24 hours? That does not sound safe. What are they fucking bum rush your house with dental gear and
California been doing that for years.
Yeah, I seen some girl got in trouble for giving illegal immigrants billions or some shit. Like what the fuck?
Well, Coco, you gotta know not to lay right next to the wheels of my goddamn chair.
I just spent $5,000 on my teeth Wednesday.
You get
Yeah. I got like a 25K jaw. My jaw is worth, well, not worth that, but so
You got a 5K bridge.
Yeah, I got implants in the back.
I bet you do.
I got punched.
What'd you get done on your teeth for 5K?
Getting a grill.
I need a whole bunch of crowns, and a 4-tooth bridge. My teeth are fucked.
Yeah, it's not veneers, but there's some other shit that's like $5,000. That would get you looking like you got some veneers.
I refused.
I know one guy that did it.
My teeth got worse because I refused to get dentures. Because like I just had the bottom 4 teeth. Like if anybody's know, when I was in jail, my cell got robbed on like my second week. It was like 5 dudes, and I got my shit kicked in basically against a metal table, and it cracked my bottom molars with pieces of my molars, which was excruciating, but that sent my back molars into a downward spiral over the next couple of years. And every dentist I went to was like, "Yeah, we can't do implants. We don't. Insurance doesn't cover it because it's aesthetic. It's a fucking aesthetic. Who looks at the back of somebody's mouth and they're like, "Oh, that's nice." Like, nobody should be looking at your mouth like that. That is pure. Like, molars are essential. You need them.
They find ways to do that.
Almost choked on
Nonsense.
steak one time because of that shit. I did. Veneer technician is not a real occupation. Yeah, I did. I served a year, if you will. I got served a year. Hi, sweetheart. How was your day? Good. Come here. You. I feel like you just like seeing yourself on camera.
Yeah.
What are you gonna go get? Hey, snacks will be here soon. I just did a big grocery shop. Not yet. We'll talk about it in a minute. Go watch. No, Crap Brothers. Yeah, go watch the Crap Brothers. Sounds like the Crap Brothers, but.
Heyo.
Hey yo.
Hey, Jorge,
Yes, Ivy.
you here?
Hey, I just wanted to ask, DJ stepped up and he said if you will allow him to watch server after hours for those people who keep on posting to the wrong channels.
DJ,
Yeah.
like the one that wants to marry you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Be careful what permission you give him. It might just try and make a move on you. But yeah, that's fine. He can watch.
Okay.
DJ, leave my assistant alone. I can't afford to pay her American money yet. I'd have to fire Alex.
Diabolic.
Dude, in order for her to live comfortably here, $25, $30 an hour. Comfortably. With like a decent house. And that's a lot of cash. Did you move state? No, I moved out of, when I got out of jail, I stayed here for a couple more years. And then I went to Oregon. I did exactly what I went in jail for. And then I came back. Cause fuck. Yeah, I don't think MU is gonna go, guys. We're cooked.
They haven't even put the numbers down yet.
Oh really? Okay, I'll just make it.
Yeah, they did. I posted in the chat.
Those aren't the real
Oh,
numbers.
yeah.
Those are fake numbers.
Potter, did you take any out of the money swings on the cues for tomorrow, or are you just gonna wait for Monday?
May or may not have grabbed some puts, but yeah, not really. I just got 467s for tomorrow, or 468, excuse me, for tomorrow. But I'm not, like I said, everything that I'm doing right now, and while we're in the box is small. So yeah, you have a couple more minutes if you want to grab those. But man, I tell you what, going in next week might be a bloodbath if we can't get up. It's gonna be gnarly. What did I do to be incarcerated? I was smoking weed.
Don't do drugs.
Yeah. Smoking schmeed. All right, guys. Well, that is I think that's it. Hopefully tomorrow, again, it's quad witching. I'm not gonna not be here because there is a chance that this thing could break, but if we open up in range again, we'll just try and look forward for tomorrow. But considering the fact that we're at the top, and like somebody said earlier, enough rejections, and we could be back at the floor. So that's my thoughts. If we don't move up tomorrow, the move should be back down here. So we'll see what that brings. But I'll see you guys tomorrow at 8:30. Peace. Yeah, I did a year for that. All right, guys, I'm out of here. You have a good day. Peace out. Night, night.